The Switch 2 is coming out in less than a month, and before you buy it, I want you to consider a few things first. Do you remember the last time Nintendo tried to make a sequel to their latest and greatest consoles? That gave us the 3DS and Wii U. If I'm remembering correctly, the whole reason people didn't buy the new version was because the old version still worked fine and there wasn't a need to upgrade with some finicky new gimmick. I have no idea why Nintendo would go through this route while their whole mission with the Switch was to remove stuff that the Wii U didn't sell for. For example, they basically shoved Mii's into the back alleyway of the Switch settings because it was a kitty-like image from the Wii U, and we all know what the Wii U ads were like.
Mario and Peach together. Me and Gina together.
Yes, the Switch was a major upgrade from the Wii U. Upgrading from the Switch to the Switch 2 though is basically like upgrading to the OLED model, but instead of OLED it's 4K. The home menu is basically the exact same, especially after the new update where the Switch 2 icons were added to the original Switch, with the weird color swap between the news and the eShop icons. The news icon being green is just weird, and the eShop icon has always been orange since the beginning of the 3DS. And I'd also like to mention about game chat. That is gonna get banned the week the Switch 2 comes out, and the camera is probably gonna be a huge liability for them. The next thing I want to talk about is the physical game boxes with the digital code in them to download games. What the is the point of buying a physical copy to a game only for there to be a download code inside of it? It's 1,000,000 times easier to just go to the eShop and purchase it through there. I mean, I'm not sure if it's like meant to be a gift sort of thing, but like, it just worked better with the physical cards. I mean, I wonder if they're like getting rid of them because people were licking them 5 years ago. But like, nobody does that anymore. You don't need to get rid of them. Hold on. I actually just messed up. I looked online and it says there's a physical card you put into the system once, and you have to wait for it to download onto the system using Wi-Fi. But that's also going back to my point, like, why would you buy a physical copy of the game just to put it in the system one time and throw it in the trash? Actually, wait, I'm just noticing that, like, does it only let you buy it on one thing? Because technically, if you have one copy of the card and it lets you duplicate every single time because it's downloading, like, you could send it to your friends and they could just put it in one time and have the whole game downloaded. Basically for free. That's going to be a liability if it actually works that way. I'm probably wrong, but if it works that way, someone's going to exploit the hell out of that. Alright, now the last thing that I want to talk about is the price of everything. I'm going to put all the final prices on the screen. If I remember, I have to remember because I'm doing the stupid voiceover. But these are the prices, the final prices for all the products. The Switch, the camera, everything. Now $449 is pretty steep for a game console, but that's not the problem. I wouldn't mind paying $449 because the system is a lot more powerful than the Switch 1. The problem is that the new Mario Kart cost $80. I better be getting a Smash Ultimate Mario Kart for that price, plus a lot more content. You might think, it's only like $20 more expensive than the normal price now. Why is that a problem? Because this is setting a precedent for the next generation of games on Switch 2. If every first-party game on Switch 2 costs $80, you better multiply that by however many you wish to have. Because if you want to own 5.5 first-party Mario titles, that's going to cost the same price as the Switch 2 itself. Now, I understand if you want to wait and earn the money before buying the next game, but a lot of people don't have money to spare for buying entertainment that costs over $80. Overall, if you are considering buying the Switch 2, I hope that you take some of my comments to thought before you buy it. Even though I'm probably going to buy one anyway, because my Switch is like 7 years old and my Joy-Cons are on like life support. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time.